All right, Shalom. And I would like to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakha HaKodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS who rule well. And also honor and salutations to those of you who make up the hopeful elect and who are out there teaching the word in sincerity and truth. All right, so I just wanted to talk briefly about something I found today. It's like a kind of a second part, which with Esau you can make 155 parts to how wicked he is. But you know, it's a second part to the show I did yesterday about Esau and Edom being the antithesis. I was scrolling around in the internet and found this article that Esau is gonna, or Edom, or the so-called white man, whatever the hell you want to call this devil, he's now created a birth control that is for men, okay, to kill the, or not to kill the sperm, but to, I guess, decrease its ability. You know, Esau always puts a spin on whatever it is they're doing to make it sound a little bit better. But you know, basically what it's doing is you're taking in a harmful chemical to destroy something that's supposed to exist. Matter of fact, since I said that, what is it? How's it going? Let's see what that says. Right, this is Genesis 1:22. It says, and the Most High blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth. Right. So everything that has seed, from plants all the way to humans or people, should be fruitful and multiply. The I don't know what word to use, but what the thing that creates life, which is the seed, right, or the thing that reproduces life, the seed, Esau is trying to get rid of, man. He's already done it with this Monsanto company, right? And you know, Esau's been practicing this science for years. If you look into it, where they've been trying to reproduce or to create plants that don't yield seed, so that you can make more of them. And you got to ask yourself, right, when you're eating a genetically modified fruit or vegetable, when you're eating that, you got to ask yourself, what is this doing to my body? If it's not a real fruit. It's not a real fruit. If it doesn't have seed, it's not a real fruit. If it doesn't have seed, it is not a real vegetable. That's the bottom line. So you got to ask yourself, what is it doing to me? And now he's moved on. Now that he's mastered how to destroy the seed of the things that grow from the earth, now he's moved on to man. Let me figure out how I can destroy that seed. My thing is this, right? What is it? Why would you even think to do this? Let me find out a way to destroy the seed of man, right? So when you think about it, right? Esau has these Georgia Guidestones, which is their version of the Ten Commandments, right? And one of the first, or I think the very first, I didn't look it up, just thinking of this now, but one of the very first laws or rules in those Georgia Guidestones is to keep the population under 500 million, right? So what does that entail? That's not just them reducing the population, right? Because the population is some upwards into 8 billion or something like that on the earth. So that's not just reducing that number, but also making sure that the people that remain don't continue to produce to make more and more and more before they can reduce the number. You see? That's insane, man. Esau, if you remember the cartoon from when you were a kid, or, you know, if you're born in, you know, the mid 80s, if you remember the cartoon Pinky and the Brain, Esau is Brain, man. He's always trying to figure out a way to take over the world, and he will not stop at anything, man. Nothing can stop Esau from trying to take over the world, because that's what his heart is to do. And this is just another way to do that. So I want to read a little bit of this article. It's a short blog type article in Daily News. I'll just go ahead and read it. There's a video here that plays, but basically it's just words. I'd have to pause it and read it, so I'll just read the article down the bottom. It says sperm blocking male birth control pill may be on the way. Right? It says men in a study who took the male pill every day for a month had their sperm react in ways that could potentially block its production. Okay? Now, if you know anything about the male reproductive system, not just your testicles, but everything that entails the male to be able to make sperm, a big part of that is testosterone, right? So if you're going to decrease the male sperm production, that means you're going to tamper with that testosterone, and that testosterone is what makes you a man. That's what makes you virile. That's what makes you want to go and you look at a woman, your rod get hard, right? It makes you want to lay down with your wife. It makes you want to go out and provide for your family. Testosterone is a hormone that is that makes the male function, and which is why you see these kids. Adama always says this. Elder Adama always says this. That they putting something in the food to make these kids more feminine than they've ever been, right? So they're tampering with that testosterone, right? So it says the drug called, bear with me here on this one, dimethandrolone undecanoate, or DMAU, is the latest development in the push toward creating a male version of the more than 50-year-old female birth control pill, the study author said. It says, we know that when we give it to 100 people, it seemed okay. Endocrinologist Robert Corgi, who was not involved with the study, told Live Science, let's see what happens when we give it to 10,000 people. If it's as mild as it seems to be, this can come to fruition. Okay, so it says other forms of the male pill have entered testing phases before, but with failures, according to the study, which was presented Sunday at Endo 2018, the Endocrine Society's 100th annual meeting. One earlier pill left the body too quickly. For example, meaning men would have been tasked with taking a pill twice a day for it to work. But the new pill proved effective in suppressing testosterone and two other hormones required to produce sperm. You see? And you gonna have and this is targeted at Jake. They got an Edomite here holding the cup, smiling with the damn pill in his hand. But this is targeted at Jake. That's what this is targeted as, and they gonna line up for this fucking thing, man. You know Jake don't want no fucking kids, and they like hitting the females raw. So they gonna line up for this fucking thing, man. And they gonna wonder why they rod ain't getting hard, why they acting more feminine. You see? This shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy. The 100 men in the trial also didn't suffer from any symptoms of testosterone deficiency, which is bullshit, right? Because if you're suppressing testosterone, as it says here, then of course you're gonna have effects of testosterone deficiency, right? But the problem is, men don't know what testosterone does for them. That's why they're a bunch of pansies anyway. So they don't know whether or not they're losing testosterone because they're a bunch of faggots anyway. They don't know. You see? It says some side effects experienced by a small number of the men included small weight gains. Right. When you gain weight, right, from a lack of testosterone, that's a sign of estrogen being formed in your body, which is a female hormone, man. And there's some studies, if you go into it, that say even females shouldn't produce as much estrogen as they do nowadays. That's what's got them their cycle so heavy, bleeding and hemorrhaging during their period, man. You see? A slight drop in good cholesterol and a decreased sex drive. Now what man in his right mind want a decreased sex drive? Esau don't stop, man. But the researchers noted many more women experienced these and other symptoms from various birth control pills. Now, I can attest to this. My oldest son's mother got on birth control after she had my son, and the chick, she never got horny, and I'm talking shit to her like she's just being a bitch about it, right? But when she got off the birth control pills, she wanted to have sex all the time, man. So there's something to that, man. But that's not normal. That's not normal. But Esau found a way to normalize some shit like that, man. That ain't normal for a woman to not want to lay with her husband, or for a man to not want to lay with his wife, or women. That's weird, man. Anyway, it says, but the oral contraceptives still remain popular and tolerable, right? Which is bullshit. It ain't tolerable. This is why the world is all. That's why these women are all fucked up now, thinking they don't need a man, because they ain't getting no feelings. They ain't getting the feeling that they supposed to get in their vagina, man. So I got a couple things here. I'm gonna end with the scripture that I wanted to read. So I'll just go to this. So, I was watching a show with Elder Apostle Gabar put up, and he said that Esau is the harbinger of death, and it's true. It's true. So I looked up the word harbinger, and I got it here in the etymology online dictionary here. It says one sent ahead to arrange lodgings for a monarch or an army. Alteration of Middle English herberger, provider of shelter, innkeeper. Right. So what is he? He's the innkeeper of death. He gives a place for death. He gives a place for death to dwell. For evil to dwell. That's what he does, man. That's his. This is Esau's character. This harbinger. That's what he is, a harbinger for death, a place for death to dwell. Okay. It says from Old French, herbergier, one who offers lodging, innkeeper, agent. Noun from herbergier, provide lodging. From herber, lodging. Shelter, from Frankish herberga, lodging in. So where was that one that I wanted to get? Here it is. It says from Germanic compound, harja and bergaz, shelter, lodgings, which is also the source of harbor. It says here, sense of forerunner, that which precedes and gives notice of the coming of another. Right. So if he's the harbinger of death, whenever you see Esau is around, you know death is right behind him. Okay. And which led me to reading this scripture here. Okay. So let me get this scripture. Nope, not there. It is what is it? Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk 2 and 5. It says this: yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. You see? He is as death. So his characteristics is nothing but death, man. He is the antithesis to life. Goddamn birth control pill for men. Never mind, man. Esau's a damn devil. And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. You see? So he is as death, man. So you can do these, you can do little 5-10 minute shows like this forever on Esau's wickedness, man. He is a devil. Okay? And he needs to be destroyed. And he will be destroyed. Okay? So that's it. That's all I had. I just wanted to bust that out real quick. Let me give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rachah HaKodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS who rule well. And also honor and salutation to those of you who are of the elect. And with that, I say shalom.